You in front of your other half. Your secrets will be safe with me. Yes, madam. Oh, what a marvellous time we share. But, so I shall introduce myself anew as if you had not met me, for I am Thomas Seymore, Sir Thomas Seymore to some of you. The better-looking Seymore brother. Yes, my other brother Edward, who seems to be doing rather better at court. I think that people feel sorry for him, or because he's a conniving man, I do not know. And of course my sister Jane Seymore, the late Jane Seymore, the late Queen. Right. Yes, indeed, it is. And of course my nephew, the heir to the throne. So of course I am related into the royal family, which is rather a good thing, and also helps with the ladies. But yes, as you probably also noticed, here we are on the 12th of July, 1543, and it is the King's wedding day to Catherine Parr, and everyone is running around madly happy. Well, nearly everyone. Not myself, in fact. For yes, ladies, I know it may come as something of a shock to you, particularly you, madam. I see she looks away with embarrassment at the recollection of a past relationship, but indeed Catherine and I thought to be betrothed. Catherine and I felt, had a great love, and yet here I am, come back from the continent today to find that she is to marry the king. It's a bit of a shock to me. I'm not used to missing out. But also because I was such a chivalrous gentleman. Well, previously she was married. She was Lady Latimer, married to John Neville, Lord Latimer, and we felt that we were coming together, that we had a love, but I did not go behind the gentleman's back. Rather, very chivalrously, I waited for him to die. Which I'm sure you will agree is the chivalrous thing to do. Yes, indeed. For he was an old man, an old man, he was 50. But I do not speak from my own point of view, madam. No, indeed, for my feeling, my thought on that, I turn, of course, to the Greeks, for we are all humanists here, are we not? We are great admirers of the ancient Greeks, and of course Plato it was who said that life is over at 45, madam. Indeed, and who would contradict Plato? Apart from the people who had him murdered, but other than that, no one would. But although actually the king is 52, that makes him 2 years older. Never mind. But enough of that. So I waited for John Neville to die, so that I could be with my Catherine. On the 2nd of March this year, he did die, and I thought, excellent.
Get in there.
I looked like this, sir. This is how I looked. That was tragic news, I said. Tragic news. Even if he did get the lady I love kidnapped. For Catherine, whilst his wife was kidnapped at Snape Castle, a dreadful business. I thought he might die during that, but unfortunately, the old blighter held on. But anyway, on March 2nd he died, and I thought, yes, excellent. Catherine and I can be together at last. And I thought, what I will do, I will follow protocol, sir. For this, I can see you, sir, are a fastidious man. You like things done just so. I thought, I shall do that. I shall do this all above board. And I went to the king. I said to the king, I think you have been ignoring your daughter's court a little. One does not say things forcefully to the king, like that, but I think you've been ignoring your daughter Mary's court a little. Perhaps you would come and visit it with me, for I have seen there a lady, one of her ladies in waiting, who is a gem, your grace. And I said, is she not a beautiful lady? Not only beautiful, but intelligent, erudite, witty, madam. Many of the things I have said to you in the past. It is true. But she is also like this. I thought, would she not make a wonderful wife, your grace? And he agreed. Unfortunately for himself and not for me. Very shortly after that, I was sent away to the continent, to Flanders, the Low Countries, to be ambassador to Mary of Hungary. And as you may know, it is rather difficult to effect a courtship, to woo a lady across a very wide expanse of sea. It is, when a letter takes 2-3 days to get there, it is very difficult to keep the passion going in the way that I had liked, and it seems that the king has been too difficult to refuse. But I'm not even thinking of myself. And see, I'm also thinking of the difficulties, the hardships of being a queen. I do not wish to put her through that, you see, my lady. It is a difficult thing to be queen. For I know something of this. My sister Jane was queen, not for long. as you probably know. She gave birth just in those rooms above there, in her apartments, to Edward, and she was in labour for 2.5 days, which is not ideal, to say the least. And then 12 days later, from birthing fever, she died. Not even the fact that we have running water here and that the king is a stickler for cleanliness, none of that managed to save her. So it is a difficult thing to be queen, having to come out with airs the whole time, and I cannot bear to think of my